Gaijin Smash!
Oh.
You can't speak, you can't drink, but you can dance. You can dance. You probably noticed by our Christmas decorations.
That's Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Future
All right,
Claus
ready?
is
Let's
dead.
go.
It's future Santa.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, it's a podcast, and this is the Gaijin Smash Podcast.
Gaijin Smash!
Man,
She's
you
back.
spit a little bit there. Like, coming out. You should do it, like, in a ghoul voice. Because
Oh, you want to do the cool voice?
Gaijin Smash!
Something feel funny.
This is my last
So
podcast.
this is this is the Gaijin Smash Podcast. My name is Grin.
My name is Bryan.
My name is Anchan. I have nothing to do with this.
And I'm Eric, a.k.a. Shovel.
And this is the other
Rush
Bryan.
Brian.
One of the other
Bryan.
many Bryans we
Tall
have
Bryan.
here in
The other
Niigata.
Sanjo Bryan.
Sanjo
Get right
Bryan.
up on those microphones, people.
Be right up on those microphones. I'm right up on my
This is the
microphone.
Halloween
You're too loud
episode.
anyways. You should put it away.
Yeah.
This is the Halloween episode, as you could probably tell by
Yeah.
the.
Well, even though it's the middle of
The
September, but
Christmas
decorations.
the thing
we
is,
have
by
here.
the time it's actually September right now, the 13th of
So
September.
they
but-
don't need to know that.
Yes, they do. But by the time this guy gets around to editing it, just because of how busy he is, it'll be Halloween.
Lazy is what it is.
Edit that
No, I'll leave that. I take all the abuse. You know, it's fine. It's cool.
Yeah, he
So,
sure dishes it out beforehand, though.
This is the Gaijin Smash Podcast, and what we do is we drink and we talk about life in Japan because we all live in Japan and we're all Gaijin. So let's start with the drinking, huh?
Yeah.
We're gonna
Wait,
do-
okay, rules. Well, the only rule that I
We're
really
allowed to.
care
We're
about.
allowed to say that because of viewer mail.
Yeah, well, we had one person who told us, you know, the whole don't cuss and
And we only have
whatnot
2
rule
viewers.
is kind of
Yeah.
kiddie. But
two viewers and one of them doesn't like you.
Yeah, and the other one's my mom.
and so the one major rule that's like something, it's kind of an inside joke. We're not allowed to say anyone is stupid or what they said was stupid. You're just allowed to say go
on.
The whole point is if somebody does say something stupid or do something stupid, we want them to keep going on with their stupidity for the enjoyment of the viewers.
Right.
So that's important.
And you can't say shut up. Is that? Oh, you can say shut
No,
up.
if
You
somebody
can say shut up.
Yeah, you can say shut up. The other rule is if somebody says you can't talk about that, we can't talk about it, and we let it go.
But that's never been used.
It's never been
Never
used.
been used,
So
yeah.
we don't even need that rule.
Except as a joke.
It has
it
been.
yeah.
No, it's been actually used. I remember.
Oh, you.
Okay, wait.
You were drunk last time.
Since I am basically the host that's always on the show, I got to take control. So if I say, hey, I'll be nice. Be quiet, please.
Yeah, see, he said please now. Apparently, the old rule was you don't say please when you're setting up.
Yep.
That's still the rule. But yeah, if just don't everybody talk at once. Gotta
Coolness.
make sure that's under control. All right, so let's start with the drinking here.
Yes. So
Yes.
first we start with the uko.
Uko no chikara. Can I have? I want
Oh,
the.
give me. Can I have?
Here
the
you go.
big
Here's one. Here's
Oh,
one. I'll
thank
take
you.
this one.
Swear.
Is there enough?
You want
already?
You
Yeah,
gotta
everybody has to
this
have an
is-
Uko
This
on.
is a ritual.
You don't want it?
Eric, you got.
enough, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, there's
we got-
There's 5 of them.
there's right there.
Oh, wow.
Uko no chikara.
I don't know. It just appeared.
Yeah.
Ginseng root. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
So this is Ukon no Chikara. It's supposed to prevent you from getting a hangover the next day, and it gives you power
Yes.
because Ukon is ginger or
Ginseng.
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 and turmeric. I never say that.
Turmeric.
Turmeric.
Something that we can't
Tupac.
pronounce, but to not having a hangover tomorrow.
I call it a placebo effect, but yummy.
That was going to be our name of our band, but
Somebody already
The
has.
someone already
placebo.
had
Hey,
it.
that should be the
Join
name of
the
your
band.
song. You should make a song called the Placebo Effect.
We could, but that's too many syllables.
So we're in our new set for today. This is an English school.
This is the Castletown English School. This
this is
is
his
Anchan's
English
English
school,
School in
because-
Shibata.
because my English school, nobody wants to come to.
I'll come to it. I'll come to it. I've been there.
This is what
Yeah,
an
but it's-
English school looks like in Japan.
No, this is the extra room in case there's. This is the overflow room, the word that we couldn't find earlier.
Yeah, we're gonna wait.
Wait.
Yeah, we gotta cheers for everybody who does cheers and stuff.
Should we say that? Has that been established? Like what everyone does in their real life on the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do all that. We do all.
We're all
fun.
English teachers.
Yeah.
I guess that's.
We
true.
are English teachers,
Oh.
and
Can
A
somebody
terrible
hand me
band.
a beer and
And a
that was
filmmaker.
yours.
Filmmaker.
Let's go grab the beers. Hand me mine.
There you go.
I piss people off.
Okay, so
for a
we
living.
had a show, we had a concert, and if I can get the video, I'll put that down here somewhere or up here or wherever. But we're singing our beer song, beer, beer, beer,
Beer, beer, beer, beer, beer, piggy buy me
Which
a
is the
beer.
beginning of the podcast, right? Still?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
the song,
the
and
beginning.
hopefully I can put it up here somewhere in the editing. But during that song, this nice lady, what's her name?
Lily,
Lily.
one of my friends who actually she was bringing it anyway.
you,
She was bringing
Lily.
me omiyage, but she brought it up during the beer song, which was ended up being perfect. 'cause it
Yeah,
was like,
because
awesome
he doesn't
beer.
stop singing until somebody gives beer. It just goes beer, beer,
Swan
beer.
Lake.
Come on, bring me a beer, beer, beer,
Swan
beer.
Lake's the
I need a
best.
beer.
And-
Bring me a beer,
yeah.
or I
something
won't
like that,
stop
yeah. Or
singing.
playing, or we
and
do drum
your
solos
ears
together,
will
yeah.
bleed. and
Yes,
stuff like that.
basically.
Drum
But,
solo.
This has got to be good beer because it says in English quality.
Yeah, that's
So,
a good sign.
It
that's
says
a good
original
sign.
beer too.
It's
Yes,
his original, yeah.
So
Alright, so
Swan
ch-
Lake beer, and it's from Uenuma City.
let's-
So
Cheers in
Kanpai.
Japanese is kanpai.
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 So this
Thank
is a
you, Lily.
Famous
Thank you, Lily.
local Niigata
She'll
beer.
be on the podcast at some point.
I hope.
Do you know
Mm.
Agano?
Yeah, Agano City, and it won a international beer contest in New York
Yeah.
City.
Oh,
Apparently.
it's good.
it is good.
Wow,
This is really good.
It's
Thank
craft
you,
beer.
Lily.
This is the best.
This is
Yeah, it's
so
really good.
this is great.
It's actually a mix of wheat, potato, rice, and hop. So it's a kind of a mixed up beer.
tastes like a mutt.
Nice kanji reading.
But
Yeah.
it tastes good, man. This
It
is
does
smooth.
taste really good. That's
If
very
you have
smooth.
a chance to, I have no idea where
This
you can
is
get this now.
I've never seen this one before.
No,
But
I
It
haven't.
says-
Swan Lake beer.
Yeah,
Lake
Swan
but-
Lake beer.
It's Agano City. There's a brewery.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if they still. This is like a
Eyes
special brew,
quality.
though.
Yeah.
But this is awesome.
Yeah, it
Really
won-
good.
It did win a contest.
If you-
Oh, wait a
uh,
second. It says Niigata Isetan on here, so maybe you
So
can
you
get
can
it
buy
at
it at
Isetan
Isetan.
in Niigata.
Yeah, Isetan.
Isetan.
Yeah,
wow.
I don't know if they still have it. I'm saying it was a limited, limited. So,
Well, if they still have it, you might want to try
Yeah.
it. It's
if
good.
or if you are our third caller, you can.
They're
Yeah, one- we'll send
yeah,
you
our
some for
number
free.
is 555.
This show is live.
For all of you watching in the United
We don't have a
States,
phone number yet. But once we get a phone
1-800.
number, yeah.
We don't care. Just kidding.
So yeah, things that we're gonna talk about. The Gaijin Smash band, which we've got a lot of different names, but we also go by Sayaku no Bai and the worst case scenario or the worst case in progress.
Worst in progress.
Worst in progress.
Because that's
The
a
worst
play
in
on
progress.
words.
Yeah, it's a play on words. Grin.
Go on. So we had a few concerts. We had a concert.
We have a concert like every 15 minutes. Man.
Yeah.
We're
So
the hardest working band in Japan.
and we haven't had any
some
time to
reason.
record or anything like that.
Or practice.
Practice.
Or play well.
our playing is our practice.
We have more live shows than practices.
Yeah, we do.
We have more live shows. Yeah.
You guys are turning them down
We
now.
have more live shows than songs. We have more live shows than syllables. I mean, we're terrible, man.
It's
Anders,
pretty-
do you want
no.
to tell the ladies and gentlemen about your last show in the mountains just the other week?
Actually, we have to welcome
He doesn't
Bryan
remember.
into the band because I don't remember the last show.
He was totally
He was so
hammered.
drunk.
Oh, jeez.
But anyway, yes.
We
I
were
met-
giving him non-alcoholic beers. Like, here, give me your cup. And I was filling it up with non-alcoholic beers and handing it to him. And
he was still
We did
smashed.
that three times, two or three times.
I did it
Five
twice
times?
more after you did it.
I don't-
And he was
remember.
still hammered.
I met these guys from Tokyo. There were several bands. This was Fuzu
Fuzu Rock. It was called Fuzu Rock.
Yeah, and it
Fuzu
was-
Rock.
Yeah, or Fuzu Soma, something like that.
Fuzu
But
Soma.
whatever it was.
Fudusoma.
Yeah, Fudu Soma. It was an amazing free event with like I don't know a dozen or so
Yeah,
bands
about
at least.
12,
yeah.
I guess.
At
Including
least 12. Yeah.
2-day
From
event.
Tokyo,
Yeah.
from far away.
All
From
over the place.
Sendai, Tokyo,
Yamagata.
We were the
Yamagata.
closest ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were actually, and Murakami. There were some Murakami bands. There's two
Yeah.
Murakami bands. There was 4 bands from Niigata. And one of them was a pretty good band.
There was a band from
Pretty-
Nagano. That
pretty
punk
big.
rock
Yeah,
band
the
was from
punk rock
Nagano.
band
That was
from
pretty
Nagano.
good.
There was in Yokosuka and Yokohama.
Yep.
But anyway, I met this band from Tokyo who were really good, by the way, and I completely forgot their names, and name of their band and whatever. But anyway, they gave me this Jello stuff
Jello shots.
Oh yeah.
just
They,
before the show. Yeah,
they were walking around and handing them to
and
people.
I had two that I remember.
2 dozen.
And I don't know. It was really good. It was very sweet and stuff. But I already had like 1 or 7 beers before that.
Somewhere in between there.
Somewhere in between or more. And and I don't really remember playing or anything.
Do you
else.
remember afterwards when I was grabbing the stuff and your girlfriend was there and you're like, oh, we're not going to be in the tent. We're going to be in the car. I'm like, you're going to be... Oh. Okay.
Mom, that was because we were driving somewhere.
Yeah,
No, the tent
that's
wasn't
why.
big enough.
The
That's
tent
why.
wasn't big enough. Yeah, it wasn't. It was
Yeah,
only a
the
6-person
yeah,
tent.
it was
and
only
there
a
4
6...
of us.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
it was a nice tent actually.
No, it's
It is a
great that
very
your
nice
girl
tent.
came and
Yeah, she came after we finished playing, which is
Yeah.
really good. And after some random chick, I guess, was hugging me.
Yes. This
Yeah, I don't
Well,
remember that
she saw me. I was over. There's one spot in this whole area where you could get any kind of reception on your cell phone, and I found it.
Wow.
I mean, you
I
were
was
over
there too. Yeah.
And I was like, "Come over here. You can use your phone over here." And I was there trying to call my wife, who was on her way, and I was putting stuff away after the show. I was putting stuff away, and I stopped there to check my phone and whatnot. And she's like, "Hey, Steve," or Grin. Hey, Grin. I go by Grin. And
But his real name is Steve.
yeah, well, my first name is Glenn, so Grin.
Okay.
Right, my second name. Anyways, but she walks by and she's like, "Hey," and I'm like, I couldn't see anything because it was right under this light. All I know is this really nice-looking girl walks by and says, "Hey, Grin," and I'm like, "Hi."
Did you get a number?
No.
I have it.
Why did she? Why did she know your name?
Why wouldn't she know my name?
Yeah, well, he comes
Because-
over every weekend.
What?
I go over there over his
Oh,
place.
we're talking about your fiance?
Yeah, not the
yeah.
girl that was hugging me.
She's got such a nice ass.
The girl that was hugging me, or my girl?
Your girlfriend. She's
Oh, my
she's so cute.
She has
is.
she has a
You're so
pretty nice
lucky.
mom.
She
You're
is.
so lucky.
Yes.
Thanks. Yeah, she has a nice mom. I
Take it as a compliment and let's move on.
That's it. That's it.
I don't
Go
wanna-
on. No, because I'm married and I've got a kid, so it's like I see butts all the time, and it's like, that's a nice butt. That's a nice butt. I'll never touch that butt. I'll never touch that butt. There's another butt I won't ever touch, but I look.
I
I'm
look
good
too.
at looking.
You can't
I,
help
I
but
look
look.
at your butt too.
Do you? That's not good. Go on.
It's like I can't help it. It's like when you're doing the sound test and you're bending over.
That's
and,
true. Yeah.
and
Or falling over. Or apparently dogezaing.
Yeah.
I don't remember that either.
so that show was really awesome. We had a lot of fun, but he was totally drunk, and there was
I wouldn't
no.
say drunk.
After
Buzz.
every single song, he would get down on his hands and knees and bow so low that his forehead would touch the ground and apologize to
Don't
the ladies and
remember that.
gentlemen for being so
He
very
actually ran out into the people with his cables and stuff like that, and he almost
Yeah.
tripped me and pulled all the.
bad. I remember that.
if I
You
hadn't
unplugged your guitar,
grabbed,
yes.
if I hadn't,
I
if
like
I
your guitar.
if I had not grabbed the microphone, you would have taken that thing right off
When was this?
during the show.
During the show.
During the show, wasn't it? During
You're
the
playing,
Fuck 'em
and
all?
all of a sudden we finished, and in between one of our songs, you just like walked out there like, hey, high fiving people or some shit like that.
I don't remember that.
Do you remember that, Eric?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
unfortunately.
Do go on.
His cable was just. If he would have taken one more step, he would have ripped the whole thing out from behind us.
The whole stage would have collapsed. There would have been fires. and
Hundreds of people would have been killed.
Wild bears would have came out of the woods.
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah,
bad. It was rainy, or it was not rainy. It was wet. There was grass out in front, and that grass, because I don't know, the dew effect. It
Yep.
was dew.
Yep.
And it was all soaking wet. And when you came back up on stage, you brought your cable with you, and you brought like a whole bunch of water.
Really?
Yeah.
I do not remember that.
No, of course not.
Well, it's better that way. It
You
really
sure it
is.
was
Yeah,
me?
that's
Definitely-
probably better that way. We
definitely
can talk
better
about
that
it.
way.
We'll just go on.
We'll just go
Yeah.
on. Yes.
No, I mean-
we should probably meet.
Brian.
Bryan.
Was that last weekend? That
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
The train abandoned train station kind of thing.
Oh yeah. The pictures that Bryan put up. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't an abandoned train station. It's
Oh.
actually like it is abandoned, but it's a park.
Oh.
Up in
Campsite, right?
a campsite, a park
Oh no,
near a
he's
dam.
talking about the train station picture you took.
Oh, the little train station. Well, yeah, that was on the way back, but that's not an abandoned train
is
station.
that where you guys played, or?
Yeah, we played. Yeah, that sort of campsite place with the little pavilions. That was.
Yeah,
That was
the
it's
other
right
pictures,
next
yeah.
to this like rancid lake,
A dam.
with a dam thing, and this guy kept trying to like open up the dam doors.
Yeah, well, they had the open valve, the
tents
flood
were
valve.
below the dam. You know?
It had a
Flood
lock
everyone.
on it, and he's like, "Hey, I can make it move."
Yeah, the chain. As I'm turning the thing to open the floodgates,
To
the
kill
chain,
the farmers in the
chain
field.
actually is moving. The chain is turning, and I'm able to open the floodgate just a little
it-
bit.
it
to
didn't-
kill the old ladies that are tending their rice field.
It wasn't
Well,
that
that's
big of
just
a dam.
that's just
It
a
was
few
big
less.
enough.
I'm going to say something totally rude right now. That's just a few less people to worry
Go
about
on.
on the pension system.
Go on.
This country already has a population problem.
They need every old folk they can get.
Yeah.
No, they have to pay for the old folks.
No, they're the only ones they're making the rice, man.
This is true.
Yeah, if it weren't for them, we wouldn't have
We
any
have
rice.
Or sake.
That's true.
Or
sake.
My
Yeah,
apologies to old people, but yeah, I don't want to pay into the pension.
Well, only
system.
Japanese old people. You don't have to apologize to all old people, except my mom.
You're just worried that when you're older, if you're still in Japan, that there won't be a pension left for you,
True.
Probably
which is
won't be.
probably true.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
not enough.
Yeah.
There's
You
not
have to
enough.
have a population of. You have to have a 1.9%. I'm sorry. You have to have 1.9 kids per family to keep a culture
How do you have 0.9 of a kid?
right. Okay, statistically speaking. And the only way you can have
Cut off
a
a finger?
culture
Cut off
to
a foot.
grow
Foot.
is to have
If
more
you
than
cut
two
off the
kids.
finger, they join the Yakuza.
Go on.
Did you hear about the Yakuza? Sorry. We'll talk about that later.
Go on.
So you have to have at least two kids or two or more kids per family in order for the population to grow. And well, Japan's got less than
1.5, I think.
Is it 1.5?
I think
What
it's
is it,
one-
that
it's-
many?
recently-
no way it could be
recently- No,
1.5.
it's gone up recently, I think.
Oh,
just
really?
Just slightly.
You
but
know,
yeah.
that's probably all the Brazilians and Chinese
maybe, I don't know, but I think
immigrants
it's
that are coming.
1.1. Maybe it's
Filipinos?
1.1, just over 1.
Well, that's probably overall rather than the entire just the Japanese population.
Yeah.
But the Japanese population, if they don't get to at least 1.9 kids per family, then the Japanese culture is going to just like go away.
We can all help.
Yes, we can.
No, because we're not Japanese.
You're already helping.
No, but
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
your kid
Japanese.
is.
Yeah, but I'm introducing my culture into Japan, so that doesn't help Japanese culture.
No, your kid will be
Japanese.
Japanese as well as
Ish.
It
not
never.
Japanese.
My half child will always be considered half, and they'll never be considered Japanese. It's just kind of the way it is here in Japan.
Yeah.
I think it's better than it used to be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
it
lot
is better than it used to
It
be.
is better than
Way
it used to be.
It's going to have to be better than it used to be. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm planning
Besides
on having,
half-
like 20 kids.
Half European, half Asian. Gorgeous. My
We call
daughter's going
those
to be.
Eurasians.
Yeah, you're
Eurasians?
Eurasians.
Eurasians.
Oh, Eurasians.
Just so long as you're not European.
Okay, go on about Yakuza.
No, wait, before
Okay,
I go on
yeah,
about
in
the
Chiba
Yakuza,
or no, in Shikoku, not Shikoku, Kyushu.
I don't remember where it was, but it was a huge police bust of the most violent Yakuza boss in all of Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The head of the
And
Yamaguchi Guni.
They literally had it looked like an army battalion of police officers go into his mansion. I only saw I didn't really
in single
read about it.
file.
Yeah, it was really kind of they were kind of like very orderly. It didn't look like a war battlefield or anything,
Wow.
but it was pretty impressive. I didn't read the story though. I just kind of looked at the pictures.
Wow. Post it on Gaijin Smash so we can read it.
So
Yeah.
they got this guy for killing some 60-year-old owner of a port system or something like that. He wasn't giving the Yakuza preferential treatment in the port for their fishermen or whatever, so he killed him. And two other guys went to jail for that, but they never had enough evidence for
I
the
didn't-
yak, the main
How
boss.
long ago did this happen?
It's like
A while
yesterday.
ago.
No,
No,
that's
it
killing
was like
him.
40 years ago when he did this.
Seriously?
And they only just now got the evidence that they need to put him
Wow.
away.
No, well, I mean the bust,
bust-
came yesterday. Like
Yeah.
yesterday,
Really?
the day before.
Right.
Yeah.
Really? Was it a story in Japanese or a story in English?
It
Both.
was in English.
Oh, really?
both.
What? Okay.
was a big
The
story.
Japan Times or?
It was on Japan Times, Rocket News 24, Japan Today, and a couple others.
I'll have to look
I
at
read
it.
it on my
Huffington
my
Post.
forums.
I'll check it out.
Huffington Post.
I read it on NeoGaf, neogaf.com. Shout out to people who never see this podcast.
My mom's watching.
Okay, there you go.
So other things, I want to talk about this because in Chiba there's this guy who's driving around.
Chibatman.
Chibatman.
Chibatman, yeah.
Chibatman.
And he got police.
Yeah, let me
interaction
tell the
as
story.
well.
Let me,
Go for
don't
it.
get ahead of me.
Yeah.
All right,
You know
so this guy he's
No,
got this
actually.
Batman suit, complete with the cape and everything. He
And the
totally
mask.
looks like Batman. I mean, as Batman as anyone can look, and he's got a Batmobile like cycle thing that he built himself, and he's just roaming around the streets of Chiba on this thing, and some people took video and pictures of him, put it up on whatever social media network you can think of, and then it just got shared all over the place, and then the police were like, ooh, we want to talk to him, and they brought him, they put out like a request for him to come to the police station, and he did. He came in his plain clothes. He didn't come dressed as Batman or anything like that.
Too bad.
He
He
goes,
came in his Bruce Wayne outfit.
yeah, his Bruce Wayne outfit.
Asian Bruce Wayne.
And but when he comes in and he says, "Hi, I'm here because they called," and the lady's, "Oh, you're Batman," and he's like, yeah, but they brought him in to
An interrogation
room, and they're like, so we just want to make sure that your vehicle is street legal, and the cape that you're wearing isn't going to like
Blow off.
make sure it's properly fastened so that it's not going to fly off into some car's windshield or something like that, or get tangled up in your tires.
Right. And in the interrogation room, Chibatman punched this guy dressed in like a clown, and he slammed his head on the table, and there was no blood. No blood at all. It's kind of amazing. I'm making a poke at the Chris Nolan Batman film where you never see that, like he punches the shit out of the Joker and there's no blood. There's not even a drop of blood.
You're really bitter about this.
Well, that's because Heath Ledger is dead.
Well, he's dead now, but he wasn't dead when he filmed it.
Well, he's dead now, so of course there's no blood.
All right, I
That
guess
makes
that
sense.
somehow
Holy
makes
smokes.
sense.
But it's true, yeah. There was no blood.
There was
and,
not a single drop of blood in that movie.
and there's no way that the guy that he put the pencil in his eye,
yeah.
that scene, there's no way that guy's going to let him do that.
Well, yeah, he'd be like, there'd be some resistance.
There'd be some
yeah.
resistance. Yeah, he's like, boom, okay, and there's a pencil in his eye. No, it's not going to happen.
Plus, there was no blood
Well,
in that scene
no,
either.
it was sudden. He was just like, "I'm gonna show you a trick. Watch me make this pencil disappear."
Sorry, the guy
Well,
was like
I
twice
can go
his
with.
size.
I mean, yeah, I understand Andre's point, but I as well. The no blood thing is ridiculous. I think. I mean, he's like
Okay, what does this have to do with Japan?
Chibatman.
Who cares?
Chibatman.
Chibatman.
Chibatman, okay.
So yeah, he was let go, and they said, "Hey, short of telling them that they endorse his actions, they said, we hope to see you more," type of thing.
And it's
Yeah, they
Chibatman?
gave him like a pat on the back and like good job.
Yeah,
Chibatman.
that's
Did
great.
they give him like that light to shine when they need help? When they need Batman's help?
Chibatman light.
Chiba really needs some help because there's some weirdos and lots of
There really
child
is, yeah.
abducting weirdos lately.
What happened here in Shibata? Shibata has a higher murder rate than America.
What?
Really?
Yeah, America. Than America.
Than
You're kidding me.
America?
Than America.
A higher murder rate in America.
Well,
They're
like, there was 7 murders last year, or
Wow.
yeah, it was
Really?
like 7. Yeah,
7 out of
and there's
100,000?
100,000 people. Yeah.
What, I mean, were they violent crimes or?
Yeah, there was.
There-
Well, the guy they just picked up was
Yeah.
3 of
Is
them were
there a-
his.
Right.
Can you murder someone without being violent? Is that a...
I think. it
Well,
has
they
to-
could be like accidental murders,
No,
or
that
they
wouldn't-
could
that's
be
not a
like,
murder, though.
No, that
Accidental
was
is
like,
manslaughter.
like were they premeditated murders or anything like that?
Well, hit and run, so that's technically
Lots of
not, but
hit
there
and
was-
runs.
But there was
There's hit and
3, maybe 4 tied to that one guy. Yeah, the one guy that they picked up that tried to run away from the police station when he was
Sicko,
in
yeah.
court. Yeah,
Right.
from Okinawa.
Okinawa, fucking
Yeah,
Okinawa.
and he lived he lived like a kilometer from here.
Oh, really?
Oh, man.
One of his
Jiminy.
crimes was less than a kilometer from here.
Wow.
The other one was like 2 kilometers from here. My
Which is
fiance's
1.6
classmate.
miles, I think.
Yeah.
Which is like in Japan, it's like, ooh, wow, someone died a kilometer away from you. That's pretty big business.
Yeah, that's really big. I mean, a murder in Japan is big. Is news. It's national news.
But,
Pretty much.
when they catch the killer.
Yeah.
Oh, if they don't put
Or
it
if
no,
they
they
find
don't.
the body. But
No.
when before that, there's no news about it. Like when
Right.
she was kidnapped, the original girl was kidnapped. The one that they tied to others. They pulled us over as we were driving. They said, yeah,
Who's
someone was
us?
taken. My Ikumi and I.
Oh, really?
They pulled us over and said, yeah, someone was abducted. And we didn't know anything about it. There was nothing in the news, nothing about it. They didn't, like, there's an Amber Alert
Well,
system
maybe
in
that's their
America.
way of, like,
What
not-
they do is they don't want to admit there's crime. That's the problem,
think that's
and
it?
they're completely incompetent.
because it's
so
an
shout out to the Chibatman Police Department, but they're completely incompetent. I mean, what they did was they got her cell phone signal because we live in this age of
yeah.
technology, right? They got her cell phone signal, and instead of putting boots on the ground, I like that term, but anyway, instead of putting people on the ground, they had a helicopter fly around the air, and they didn't see anything, so they just left.
Yeah,
So then they found her body. They find her body in
6
the
months.
same place 6 months later,
6 months later.
where they found her cell phone signal.
And where the
How would
helicopter
you see
was
how-
flying
Yeah,
over.
exactly. Where the helicopter's flying. Instead of like sending they have like 40 people over there. They have the J-type base or the Japan Self-Defense Force. They
Yeah.
could, but they won't work together, of course, but they have like 300 guys there. They could have sent people over and searched the area, but no, they don't want to do that. They just want to. If she's missing, she's not dead. And if she's missing, they don't find her because there's tons of people who are missing in Japan, but they don't count as dead because they're missing. They don't
Yeah.
even report it. So that's the difference between America and Japan, and America and Japan.
America.
In Japan, it's like they don't. It's in America, it's reported crime. And actually, crime actually gets reported.
Yeah.
In Japan, it doesn't get reported.
So,
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
as much as this is an interesting topic, let's kind of move on here.
Because it's so funny.
Well, that's why we need Chibatman.
Yeah,
we
we
need
need
Chibatman.
Chibatman.
Totally.
Chibatman.
We need a Chibatman.
We need
Chibatman.
You mean a
Chibatman.
Shibata
That wouldn't be.
Chibatman.
That would be a
Hell yeah.
She-Batman.
Chibatman. That'd be great.
She-Batman. That would be kind of like
Anders, it's your
She-Man.
turn.
Yeah. You need to be Chibatman.
And you'll need to
I'll
be.
be She-Batman.
You'll just need to wear a pink outfit instead of a
Just
black
do it.
one.
Why
Two
does
more
it be
beers and
pink?
I'll
It
do
could be
it.
purple.
It could be purple, but so long as you say she.
No, because
Batman.
purple is the
Yes.
Joker's lovely
Calling
color.
This is my card.
It's calling color.
Well, I'm
So,
very- yes, I don't know.
Brian posted this thing about this giant snake. Holy shit!
Giant
this
snail?
thing's going
The
crazy.
giant snake.
The giant snake.
Yeah, up in Sekikawa Mura, which is a village up the Sekikawa
Sekikawa
River.
Mura is not the only place that has this.
It's
but
the
But this
only
is the
village in
large-
Japan, though.
the largest wooden snake puppet, like basically
Wooden
like a
snake.
dragon
Oh, yeah.
festival. But this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
is
yeah.
a giant snake.
That's really cool.
Made of wood, and it's literally 120 some feet long. It is huge.
wait, can you hand me a beer, please?
I could.
Yeah, but I saw your
you want me
post.
to-
Yeah.
I did say please.
I had no idea that was going on in Niigata. That's so
They're
awesome.
going to do it again in October.
Oh, really?
They'll do it again in October. They bring
it
it out
on
a
a
couple
weekend?
times a year.
This snake's got it's got sections that all connect to each other.
Yep.
And these people hold these sections of the snake
On their
and
shoulder, and then they
huge.
move down, I think, about a 2 kilometer long section of road, making the snake wiggle back and forth.
Yeah, that's
Very much
really
like
cool.
a Chinese dragon ceremony, but it's cool.
So-
I went last year in October. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's
And,
pretty cool.
there's so many different towns that do this thing with the snake. I don't know what it is with the snake, but I guess
Well,
it's just
Sekikawa Mura has the biggest one in the world.
The biggest snake.
The biggest snake in the
snake.
world.
well,
biggest-
according to
biggest
you,
world?
everything in Japan is like the most.
In the big
Well,
something,
this
the
this
biggest,
is
the
actually
best.
one of the things that is actually true.
Welcome to the Japan, where you can find the biggest snake,
biggest
wooden
wooden snake in the world.
In the world.
It's right here.
We're gonna edit that out.
Actually, no, you wouldn't find the biggest wooden snake in the world in Japan because it's Japan. You'd have to look somewhere else for the biggest wooden snake in the world.
Yeah.
Man, you're such a
He was just pointing at himself.
Yeah, I know. I know he was pointing at himself, but anybody who points at themselves is
So he's talking
This
about
guy.
this stereotype that Japanese guys have small penises.
well,
Which technically isn't true.
Can we spell it
actually.
out a little bit more?
I don't really know. Okay, it's
According
kinda,
to Japanese guys, there it's not.
It's according to Japanese women, it is.
yeah.
I polled 100% of Japanese guys said they didn't have a tiny penis.
You pulled 100%.
enough.
All right. Well, I've had a
polled
lot of
100% of
Japanese.
these guys.
Pulled or pulled? I hope it was
That's-
pulled.
that's really-
I've had
With a
That's
no.
really.
I've had quite a few Japanese girlfriends before I got married, and yeah,
Playa.
that was kind of a difficult thing.
Yeah, but
because
did you have any Japanese boyfriends? Because how would you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I've gone to the onsens. It's not like I've never seen a bunch of naked
All right.
dudes. And
He
their
just admitted to
schlongs.
He
looking
just
at
admitted
schlongs
to
in the
looking at
mist.
schlongs. So
Yeah.
apparently this podcast is going in a whole new direction. I don't want to be part of it.
What was? Is there a word to change the subject? Like,
No, there isn't. There's no
on.
safe.
Go on.
Go on.
There's
Yeah,
no
go
safe
on. Go on. Sometimes works because people are like, "What did I say that was stupid?"
Did I say schlong?
Did I say?
Well, you're supposed to let people go on with their even if
Stupidity.
it's the whole point because
There's a whole lot of stupidity going on here.
I thought of a thing that you should do on the podcast is a Japanese word of the day
Ah.
or a word of the podcast. I guess. Would be.
Yeah. So will you make it the first one? It's your
I
turn.
think
okay, no the,
I'm
the
going to take a guess here that it's schlong.
because that's not
Japanese word?
Japanese. Well, slong in Japanese is chin chin.
Oh, we already did that one.
Chin chin.
Oh yeah, we did.
Then
But-
the girl's
Chibatman,
part is
yeah.
manko, not mango, manko.
No,
there
it's
you
not
go.
even manko.
We already did that
because
one,
that's
too.
like bad.
No, it's
pronunciation.
manko. Manko.
Manko, yes,
Manko.
manko.
Kirei na
Yeah, but we
manko.
did that one already. We did the private parts.
So what? Then think of one.
Well, I didn't
Mister?
say I was the one who's gonna do it. I just said it
Well,
was be a
mister?
good idea.
Fight. Oh, I got it. Fight. When you say start, when there's like a fight going on or whatnot, then the guy would say hajime, which means
Hajime.
begin,
Or
Start.
if it's
Begin.
karate, you say kumite. Kumite.
which means fight or begin.
Yeah.
Or you say kaishi.
Man, that's too many words.
Who's gonna remember all that?
Yeah, I don't.
You don't remember anything.
So to further on, and
To further on,
further on.
Go
and
on.
this is
furthering
how we
on.
speak English. To
Uh,
further on.
Been a
Continue.
victim of racism in Japan?
Yes.
Tell us your story. I hope that it wasn't of the same severity.
Grin, are you okay?
Yeah, I
Same
gotta
severity
read
as the
this.
people on there.
Let me read this.
You wanna read this?
Okay.
If you can.
Been a victim of racism in Japan? Tell us your story. I hope that it wasn't of the same severity as as some of the cases in this article. English follows the original Portuguese. Bryan wrote this.
Yes.
What does that even mean? English follows the original Portuguese.
Because the article is on debido.org, and it was originally written in Portuguese by somebody in Hamamatsu, who was a victim of police racism quite badly. He had gone into a store, and the store had had stuff stolen from this store in the past, and he was walking around, and because he's Brazilian, the
He
store
probably
got
did it.
very much... Yes, well, very much like in America where black people shouldn't wear hoodies because, well...
Because stand your ground.
Yeah, exactly.
That wasn't
in
defense.
yeah, well, here in Japan, it's a foreigner, it's a Brazilian foreigner. He must be committing a crime, and the police came after this kid, and after he had demonstrated that he wasn't stealing anything, the police lectured him on, well, it's the character of Brazilians to steal. So, of course, we were called in to do that. But because of this one incident, this guy was not able to go to bars, not able to go to clubs, not able to do a whole lot of business around the town because, you were stopped by the police for stealing here. No, I was not stopped for stealing. I hadn't stolen anything. Well, the police were called, and it's your character to steal, so you can't...
It's in your blood.
It's in your... Yes.
Wow, that's
Yes, and
ridiculous.
that was the story that was on there, and that does happen
Everyone
quite
knows
a bit.
it's not the
Happens quite a
Portuguese, it's
bit.
the Brazilians.
Well, it happens
Yeah.
too often.
Was this in Gunma?
No, this was in Hamamatsu City
yeah.
in Shizuoka Prefecture.
You
Which,
said that, didn't you?
Yeah, it actually has the highest population of Brazilians in Japan. I know.
I thought that was
is
Gunma.
it-
Gunma. That city in Gunma has a city with the
They
m-
speak Portuguese.
per-
I just now got that I messed up.
Per capita?
population of Brazilians, but Hamamatsu has the highest number.
And
The
yes,
actual
I'm
number.
eating pancakes because in Japan, pancakes are the thing to eat.
What is it? What's in it?
Fake
Honey
maple syrup.
and
No, it's maple
margarine?
syrup.
oh, maple syrup. Okay.
Yeah,
maple and margarine.
It says
And-
maple,
Yeah, maple syrup and
which is fake maple syrup. 'cause I'm
Yeah,
from
and
Vermont. That's where
margarine.
real maple
Margarine.
syrup
Oh,
comes
he's
from.
from
Yes,
Vermont. It's a fake
It's
Canada.
margarine.
Margarine.
The fake.
Fake. Fake.
I don't think it's a fake Canada. No one ever
Is it-
claimed
is
that.
it
It would be
Canada?
better, dude. It would be better if it was a fake Canada because then you could smoke this there legally.
You could smoke the Chiba.
You can smoke whatever that is in
Those are your
Washington.
fingers. I don't smoke my fingers.
I smell them.
Well, they were probably in some place more pleasant than your fingers were.
In the Chiba.
Where was his fingers?
I don't know.
Explain. Go on.
Explain, go on.
Explain. Go on. Yes.
Explain the term go on.
In relation to this podcast.
in 7 words or less.
I need you to compare and contrast.
Yes.
Go on in this context of podcasting
And
for
racism.
Gaijin
And
Smash.
racist.
And
But
racism.
but that story is ridiculous though.
yeah, it is. There's no way they.
And it happens far too often here in Japan.
But I feel like white people are not racist at all. in this country.
Unless
No.
no, that's not
No.
true. Because in
I have-
Hokkaido, go to
Really?
Hokkaido.
Oh yeah.
I've never been to Hokkaido. I have to admit.
Hokkaido, I was not allowed to go into bars.
Oh, an onsen,
Really?
a bar.
And onsen
Bars.
as well, yeah.
bars, izakayas. It depended because they had signs that said literally no foreigners.
Well, that's Debito's whole crusade.
And I
getting
didn't-
those
yeah.
signs down.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. In that case, yeah,
Yeah.
I've done that.
Really?
But when I first came to Japan, it was like I knew this, and so when I would go to a snack bar or something like that, I would walk in, and when they would come up and look at me, I'd be like, "Gaijin wa daishoubu desu ka?" And they would say, "Do you speak Japanese?" And of course, I would be like, "A little bit," you know.
And question 2 was, show us your song.
They never said that ever.
Okay,
But
small enough, come
as
on.
long as I spoke Japanese, they were like, "Okay."
Well, there's still places where foreigners aren't allowed to go, but foreigners shouldn't go in those places because they'll lose their money.
Virginity.
Yeah, right.
That is very true.
Yeah, I'm never losing my virginity, but my money that's
You're never gonna give
that's
it
free
up.
game.
Yeah.
Never gonna
Yeah,
give it up.
you lose money quite loosely.
You can't say that on this. You can't talk about
what
that.
are
on
you
this.
supposed to say?
Can't
then?
talk about this on because Ikumi might watch this podcast, and I did find it. And in my defense, I found it.
I don't know. I'm just.
The reason
fucking
why
with
we
you.
have a bunch of extra mics now is because I found it.
Hey, Inari, can you open that Inari and pass
Who's
it this
Inari?
way for me?
Hey,
What?
Inari.
Please?
Where's Inari?
Who's Inardi?
Inardi.
Inari is a type of
Inari.
food. This is also
This
dango.
is dango, which is
Is this
rice
Brian,
mochi.
usually dango.
rice mochi.
syrup.
Rice
Speaking
mochi.
of dango, why did you come to Japan, Brian?
I came to Japan to
Not
learn.
you.
Tall Brian? Sanjo Brian.
Cool Brian.
Well-
Did you just smack me?
That was a love tap.
The reason why I came with Japan had nothing to do with dango.
Why not?
Had to do with
When,
Pongo.
when,
This is Eric's last
It was all
podcast.
about Monko.
Sorry,
Why
sorry,
did you
go
come
on,
to
go
Japan?
on.
when I was a university student, there were a lot of Japanese ryugakusei,
Women's.
International
New
students.
students, international students.
international students.
Umans.
So a lot of women's.
A lot of women's.
So
A lot of Asian girls.
Hot Asian chicks.
oh yeah, there was a lot of Japanese.
Let's not let him answer the question.
A lot of Japanese students.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You
Brian,
didn't do
you're
that
a
into
good
the
guy. We're
microphone. You
fucking
should have done
with
that
you.
into the
This is the
microphone.
worst
Oh, that would,
podcast
I don't
ever.
want to, make
I'm
people
sorry.
puke and
Sorry,
stuff.
Brian.
Do you want to hear my story?
Yes,
Yes,
go ahead.
Your story. Talk here.
Go on. Thank you, sir.
Also, I graduated university and I worked in a laboratory for about like 5 years, and then kind of
As a test
Guinea
subject.
no, as like a laboratory worker.
In the lab.
Go on.
Yeah, well, the whole deal.
Like, what kind of stuff in the lab? What were you doing in the lab?
Working with Igor.
Polychlorinated biphenyls.
So you were
oh.
sweeping the
P-
floor.
Yeah.
PBFs.
Nobody breathe. I'm sweeping the floor.
Which is chemistry for plastics.
Yeah.
Brooms.
Plastic
Plastic
rooms.
brooms.
I don't need any
So
naughty.
it was interesting, but to move up, I would have to go back to school. So I didn't want to go back to school. So I had a lot of Japanese friends here. So
So you moved down.
came here to see what.
Was I right? Plastics?
Yeah, this is
It's kind of like a plastic.
Polychlorinated
it's a broom.
biphenyls?
It's not a plastic. It's an insulator for electron.
It has
Brooms.
I
many
thought it was like a
chlorides.
lubricator or an insulator for
Many chlorines. It has
for a
many
transformer,
chlorides.
electronic
exactly.
transformer.
That's exactly what.
Many
it is.
chlorines, and it has
Cool.
2 foreignals.
Shush.
I know how to read science.
So we're talking insulation or resistors.
Yeah, insulation for transformers and resistors.
Transformers.
What then meets the eye?
Thank you. At least there's one Brian here.
Yeah, that was a fake laugh. If I ever was like,
He's gonna punch you later.
Brian, don't punch me. That would hurt.
yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, you're closer than I am.
There's a big head right here. You punch that.
It's already broken.
Really?
Yeah.
You bought it last year.
Yeah. It was made in somewhere.
So you came to Japan. I don't think I understand why you came to Japan.
Oh well, I mean, I was Working in America for like 5 years.
Talking to the microphone.
In America.
In America.
Working in
Working
America.
in America for like
Working
5
in
years, so
America.
I wanted to try something new. You know, wanted to try something new, so I came to Japan.
The camera's up there.
Had a really good time. Decided to stay a while.
So where are you from in the States?
Long Island, New York.
Oh,
That's
no.
too bad.
No, same place. Well, me too. We got two
Are-
New
are-
Yorkers on the
are
show.
you a
I was
Yankee
born in New
fan?
York.
No.
I'm
I
a
think-
New
okay,
Jersey.
And you're
okay.
both Bryan.
Doesn't count.
Yeah,
You're from New
both-
Jersey?
I'm from
Go back to New
So are you a
Jersey.
Jets fan?
Jets, yeah.
Oh, crap.
Hey, you know what's red, white? What's red, white, and stinks?
Just kidding.
Patriots
Yeah, I'm
fan.
Patriots.
So what's
Oh,
green
yeah.
and white and stinks?
So I officially,
York Jets.
I officially, I can't like you, but I do.
Ah,
so.
yeah. Well,
But that, I take that back. I hate him.
I don't really mind the Patriots so much.
There's nothing
Yeah, actually,
official on
I
this.
don't mind the Jets either because they've been so bad lately. I feel bad for Jets fans. I'm like, it'd be okay if they actually, won a few games.
This year they're gonna be good. So
They won their first game.
yeah.
Gotta
Well,
say,
they
shout
won
out to the
first
Jets.
game last year.
They won
Hey,
the
that's
first
like-
game ever.
Yeah, they.
That's like the Arizona Cardinals.
Usually they do win the first. They win the
Really?
first game. Then,
It's
yeah.
a
What-
traditional.
Switching it
first
to Cardinals, Arizona football Cardinals. They went. They one time they went to the Super Bowl
Yeah,
and they totally lost their
yeah,
asses.
yeah. But they went to the Super
They
Bowl.
lost
That's
their
like-
asses.
No, that's true. But I was like, I actually went to Tokyo to this big place, and to
Tokyo's
watch.
a big place, actually.
Yeah, well, this
35 million
specific
people.
place
Mhm.
to go watch the game because there were very few places that you could watch the Super Bowl live. And we were watching the Super Bowl live, and
What time was it?
I can't even remember who
8
they
a.m.
were
I think
playing.
it
Who
was
were
8
they
a.m.
playing?
Really, like early in the morning. yeah.
Arizona. When was that? Was 3 years?
No, that was like 5
7,
years
6
ago,
years,
6
yeah.
years ago.
Wow.
Arizona went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they did.
Well, no, we forget about that.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those things. Like
I seriously
Nah.
don't remember that at all.
that didn't.
I
That
don't
didn't
remember
We
happen.
forget
last
about
year.
the Broncos going to the Super Bowl this year because they had a Super Bowl before the Super Bowl. A different kind of Super Bowl.
Wow. That's
Ray
it.
Rice.
He's talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, went to this place to watch Arizona Cardinals play whoever I can't remember, and
Mexicans.
and they were like,
And they didn't win.
there were 3 of us there cheering for Arizona,
The rest of the people were cheering for.
whoever the other team was. I
The
can't remember.
Mexican banditos.
But the only reason why I went is because it's like my whole life living in Arizona. It's like the Arizona Cardinals suck, and then the one time they go to the Super Bowl, it's like, well, they
They
win.
got-
I can't like not watch it.
Well, at least they went to the Super Bowl. That's fucking good.
Did they win their first game last week?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think I picked
I
them.
think they lost.
As far as
Did
I
they-
know,
I
North
picked
There's
Carolina's
probably
never been.
not. If it's the Arizona Cardinals, yeah, no.
Carolina.
Yeah.
My
Oh, they
first
played Carolina?
No, I'm saying Carolina's never been to the Super
No.
Bowl.
No, because they've only
So-
been a team for like
Yeah.
30 seconds.
You know,
Well-
a chimpanzee, if given like 3 choices, will choose 33%.
Of North Carolina.
But if you're going to choose whether or not Arizona Cardinals won or lost, I would always choose lost, and I would still be better than 33%.
So you're better than a chimp.
Yeah,
Just
just a
slightly.
little bit.
Just a little bit.
No, the Patriots aren't looking this year. They're not looking good this year.
Well, of course
Yeah.
not.
For
We
the
got-
first game.
Right.
We got Manning. That's why Denver got Manning.
This is so not Japanese.
Yeah, it is
No,
in
it's not.
Japanese. But
But
watch,
this is-
actually,
This is.
I have a Super Bowl story for Japan.
American football is as least Japanese as you can get on.
Wow.
Yeah, because
They
yeah,
have
they-
it. Niigata
that
University
sake?
has a
This
team.
is sake. This is Niigata sake from
That
the
is-
Shiokawa Brewery.
That is scary.
But anyway,
I've never seen sake like
This
that.
is
before.
sake,
it's
yes.
a red bottle.
I
It's
thought
a-
it was
the
fucking
bottle's
wine.
red.
The bottle's
the
red.
sake
The
is
bottle-
red.
white.
Excuse the French.
Yeah, but the bottle is red. It looks like blood, so it matches the Halloween perfectly. But this is
Christmas.
locally.
Spooky.
Because it is blood.
That's a one-way trip.
It is blood. It is actually
That's
blood.
a one-way trip to
The
I don't
toilet?
remember where I went.
That's a one-way trip to the toilet.
I've
So
been-
why
I've
don't we
been
have
there.
some sake from
been there.
locally
Me too,
raised
my friend.
sake from Niigata? So who wants to pour a glass?
We only have
I
two
don't
sake
You only
things.
have 2.
Only
I'll,
two people.
I'll take a glass.
All right.
I want a glass of this.
Yeah,
Brian and Bryan.
the guest,
Ah, there you go.
the
Brian
guest,
and
the 2
Bryan.
Bryans.
Bryan
should
and
try this.
Bryan. Yeah, hold my glass, Steve.
Can I tell my Super Bowl story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I was in Japan. One of the years the Patriots won the Super Bowl.
Whoa.
What was it? 2004.
That's one of them, yeah.
That was one of
Sure.
them. 2004 or 2005. I don't remember. But anyway, my brother and I have this little.
Oh, Jen, you just spilled all over me.
That's all right. It's okay
what she
because it's
said.
not me. But anyway, they my brother and I have this
Fucking guy.
my brother and I have this tradition where if the Patriots win the Super Bowl, we run out in just our underwear
And skivvies.
in the snow. Yeah, and run
the
around
snow.
the neighborhood. Right, and of course in Vermont.
What is
There
it,
is
like
no
minus
neighborhood.
10?
You can run like 100 yards or 100 miles, and there's no other people except for cows. But in Japan, I'm in a neighborhood.
Oh,
So
Nice.
so I go outside and I run around in my skivvies, but they're boxer shorts. Run around, and this is like probably, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Perfect time for a skivvy run.
I run back in. It's Monday morning. I take the day off because that's the way I am on Super Bowl.
Super Bowl
And I
Monday.
come back in, and all of a sudden the police come to my house. And I don't speak Japanese at the time. I just moved here.
Speaking of racism in Japan.
Yes, but anyway, so they come into my house, and there's like 2 police officers, and they knock on my door. I'm like, what the heck? The police are here. So I go to the door, and I'm pretty feeling no pain because I just brushed my teeth or something, or maybe I drank during the game. I don't know. But anyway, well, I'm sorry. I'm
You're
pretty
sorry.
drunk still at 10 o'clock in the morning, and the police are there, and they're asking me, and they had this like woman come in who's a translator, and she's asking me if I'm okay. I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I guess apparently someone had called the police because there was some crazy white guy running around in his underwear in February.
I think when the
Apparently,
police
you're
came
not
to the
supposed
door,
do that. Yeah, apparently,
you probably should have had
Yeah.
a clue like why they were
yeah,
there.
you're not supposed to do that. But they were laughing, and I explained to them. It's like, well, I explained to her, and she translated for me. It's like, and they brought a translator, which is pretty cool. But anyway, I explained to her that like, the Patriots won the Super Bowl. I'm really excited, and it's a tradition. She explains to them, and they're just laughing. They're like, oh, really? And they're like, okay, well, next time wear shoes. You know, it's like, good point. Okay, next time I'll wear shoes. You know,
Note taken.
Point taken. So yeah.
Yeah, and if you're gonna dress up as Batman, make sure that
Yeah,
your
yeah.
cape is, properly
Yeah,
Properly
secured.
fastened.
So actually, it works with that story, except that I probably could have gotten arrested for running around in my underwear.
This is in Shibata?
This was in Shibata in Tomitsuka, yeah, which
nice.
is just up the street. Yeah,
Yeah, you've been in Shibata your whole life, huh?
my whole Japan life, yes,
Well, your whole Japan
Your whole
life,
yeah.
almost 10 years.
Rebirth.
Wow.
But at that time, I didn't speak any Japanese, but at least the Patriots won the Super Bowl. So
Yeah, when I came to Japan, I knew one phrase in Japanese, like
Chinchi o namete
"What's
kudasai.
this" in Japanese.
God damn.
What's this in
That's
Japanese,
a pretty
which
rough
is
one.
Can I translate for that?
something.
You can also say chupa chupa steak kudasai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chupacabra steak kudasai.
So it's like something in something. Nihongo de nan to imasu ka?
Right. Yeah, yeah.
What you could say like
How do you say?
How do you say-
kore wa, which is this. As for this, what is it in Japanese?
Yeah.
Kore wa Nihongo de nan to imasu ka? And somebody would say, "Oh, biru,"
Yeah.
and be like, "Oh, beer."
Biru kudasai.
Or kan.
What was the first kanji you learned?
The first kanji was
One?
probably
Well, everybody knows
Tanoshi.
that. Tanoshi, really?
Wow.
Mine was sake.
Oh yeah,
Mine
sake,
was
okay.
I was
Tanbo.
like, oh, that convenience store has sake.
Yeah. There's-
Mine
I can't write it.
Samurai.
Samurai?
Wow.
You're
Actually,
such
my
a-
first one was
Seriously.
Ichi.
I think you're
Ichi,
making that
yeah,
up.
Ichi,
No, I
yeah,
did not make
Ichi.
that up. I had a hat that had samurai on it. I bought it in San Francisco.
Wow.
Ichi means one.
Yep. It's a very easy
What about
kanji.
Bryan?
Yeah.
Tall Bryan, what's your first kanji?
Oh.
Kanji is Japanese for
Kanji.
Chinese character.
Chinese characters, yeah.
I don't really remember. Probably uchi, like
House.
Oh, house?
Yeah.
Inside.
Uchi.
Naka.
Or, wait, was it the house kanji, or was
Yeah.
it the one? Okay.
like the inside one.
Yeah.
Oh, the inside
not
one.
House.
Uchi.
Not house.
That
Not
would
house,
be
yeah.
Uchi. The
Uchi.
other one's EA.
Yeah.
Well, that EA is also read as uchi.
Yeah.
Depending on the conjugation.
Yeah.
By the way, Japanese kanji is fucking ridiculous. It's the most
Did
ridiculous.
you have to say
Yes,
ridiculous?
I did because
Did you have
it's-
to say
Well,
ridiculous?
there's
I had
just
to
so
say
many
ridiculous.
different ways to say the same.
Yes,
say
you have
the same
one
thing.
Yeah.
one symbol and it has like 5 different ways to read it.
Yeah.
So, sometimes I think that just a lot of the ways to read it just get made up.
Probably,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, I want to use
definitely.
this. I want to use this kanji in my child's name, but
Yeah.
I want my
Yes.
child's
Yeah.
name to
yeah,
be blah.
especially with
I-
names. Yeah.
I am
Okay,
sure
so-
that some people just make it up.
Yeah.
That you can read the kanji like that.
Here's the thing about kanji. Kanji has meaning. It doesn't actually have a sound or anything like that. So
Well,
like when I'm telling my wife, "Hey, can you read this for me?" She's looking at it and she's like, "I understand it, but I can't tell you what it says." It's like, "Why?" Because I don't know how to read that, but I know what it means. she can see the kanji, and it's like these kanji mean this, but how do you say that? Because there's 5 different ways you could say it, right?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
No, it's ridiculous. I think, and this is my scientific opinion, that Japanese kanji is the most ridiculous writing system in the world. Because if you have like Chinese have one sound for one symbol.
Yes, but Chinese have 26,000 of them.
But that makes sense because they have a
we
sound
have
for
like
each
90,000 English words.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
a lot of them could be the same kind of sound, just the way ni or
No,
ni.
what happened
or
is you take
ni.
kanji from China and you have square. This is kanji from China is a square, and you have Japanese language, which is a circle, and you've made them fuck each other, and they came out with
You
like
have
a
to say each other.
retard baby, and that's Japanese kanji, and it's a triangle.
And then they didn't want to leave out the Europeans, so they created the
Katakana.
katakana.
And hiragana. What the heck is that?
Those are fine though.
Those Kobodaishi.
That's like
Yeah.
that's
But that
47.
makes sense, actually.
That's
Yeah.
47
47
symbols.
47 symbols.
If
to tell you
everything,
what
why
things
didn't they
sounds
just
like.
stick with hiragana?
Well,
It's-
no,
Because Japanese, because it has a limited number of sounds,
yes,
you need the kanji to tell.
it's extremely limited.
Yeah, you need to know what this word means. There are more homonyms in Japanese than in any other modern language.
There's more
What's it?
hominids.
A, I, U, E, O, Kaki, Ku, Ke, Ko, Sashi.
Sashi, su, se, so,
so,
ta,
so,
chi,
so,
tsu,
tachi,
te,
tsu,
to, nani,
Tomato.
nu, ne, no, ha,
Okay,
hi,
go to the
fu,
whole thing.
he,
They're gonna- I
ho,
guess so,
ra,
apparently.
di,
Sorry, I'm
yu,
really
de,
sorry about
ro.
All
that.
right, you know how to
This
do
is
it.
my last podcast.
This should be our next song. Just go through the whole.
No, there is a song. It's A, I,
Oh,
U,
never
E,
mind.
O, Kaki, Ku, Ke, Ko,
Never mind.
Sashi, su, se, so, ma,
Okay, we're not doing
na,
that.
nu,
Screw
ne,
it.
We'll do it in katakana instead.
We'll do the ABC song.
A, I, u, e, o, ka, ki.
all right, no, no, no.
Shabu shabu.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. When you teach your kids the sounds of letters, do you teach them all the sounds of the letters, or
Who
you,
has kids? Oh.
He's talking about students.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
your
Sorry.
Jack
students?
Muffin?
Do you teach your students all of the sounds? Like if you're doing A, do you say ah, or do you say what do you say?
Sometimes. Depends
Okay.
on.
Because like when I'm teaching my kids, it's like A has many sounds. You go A a a
There's
a
5, right?
a
There's
a
probably one more.
a. But is only specific to American English, I think. That's when you have just the A. You know, a card. Whereas in England they would say a card,
called.
right? So
Maybe.
that's like a rare one.
I can't really recall. I mean, it's hard to.
I can't
You're
reveal
about
the
right.
secret to the way I
So
teach.
I have them do all of the sounds.
It's
I've been
copyrighted.
teaching the kids all of the sounds, and it's like there's one vowel that has the most, or there's one sound that has the
most.
most vowels that make it. Do you know what that is?
What you just asked? I wasn't paying attention.
That's right. It's a. A makes E makes
O.
U
U,
makes
U.
O makes O. So
O makes O.
Oh, make
Oh.
O makes O.
O makes O.
makes O.
and I love it when we do U and O because O is O A U O A U A. So you go O A U A.
Well,
I'm gonna do that with my kids now.
They do not forget that because and same thing with the U. It's U A U. No, they freaking lug it. Love it. Lug it. They lug it.
They lug it.
They lug
I
it
lug it.
all over.
Yeah, I mean,
in their
it's hard
backpacks.
for Japanese people to learn English. As much as I said Japanese kanji is ridiculous, learning English is almost like learning kanji for Japanese people because of the
No,
there's
no, no.
5
It's
ways
different.
to read one letter,
Yeah,
Well,
there really is.
and
that's
depending on the letter next to it, it changes.
that's the point. But the real thing is that they don't make those sounds in the Japanese language.
Yeah.
So they've lived their whole lives without hearing the sounds, so they don't even know how
Where to put their tongue.
distinguish
Or
the
how to
sound.
create
It's like trying to imagine a new color.
Or like yeah,
Can't
exactly.
Do it. Can't do it.
The I
can
sound
do
the worst one, the worst offender. The worst offender of the sounds that they cannot make is the I, the short I.
Eh.
Eh.
No, that is not the worst offender.
Shit.
L
Shit
and
down,
V,
please.
and
No,
TH.
no. Those ones are tough. V because they have to like and it's a long sound. They want to go b.
And I keep telling them put their teeth on their bottom lip and go v v v v v. I'll
Thursday,
even go.
too.
It's a motorcycle. You see?
Thursday,
Yeah,
Sound.
th. When I do T, like I'm doing I do all the sounds of all the letters, and T is t, th, v, and I have the kids do that over and over
No,
and
but
over
TH
again.
is not voiced. It's just
There's
air.
two.
There's
two.
There's two, but if you're saying Thursday,
okay,
Thanks or
well, there's no
that
at all unless H is involved, right? T
I-
does not
I
make
thought
the
we were talking about
sound.
TH.
Yep. Okay, TH by itself is just th, but TH and any vowel is v.
What about Thursday?
Thursday.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
E.
you're
Gotcha.
TH and
Gotcha.
E. TH and E. Most vowels.
All right.
Uh,
No, I get
TH
you,
and
but
E.
it's. I'm just saying it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous for Japanese people.
Yeah, I what I do with them is I tell them, okay, everybody stick out your tongue.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh, well, I don't do that.
Yeah, you have to
Then
do
you'll
that.
get that.
I tell my kids like what is it?
Welcome
tell
to
your
the English teaching
You
program.
better be good because you're gonna
Yeah.
get your
Well, I go,
job's
ah!
on the line.
I tell
here.
my kids, stick out your tongue. Ah! And there's a bunch of girls or a bunch of kids laughing, going, no, 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 I can't do that. I can't do that. I'll get them to stick out their tongue. Ah!
Oh yeah. It's Halloween, guys. Let's hear the gay vampire.
The gay vampire.
It's a gargoyle.
Whoa.
The gay vampire gargoyle.
Greetings, trick-or-treater. Welcome to our haunted house of horror.
Especially this horror and this one right over here. But not anything. Nothing as horrifying as this one.
Shut up.
Go on.
A coffin just
Just
for you.
for you, Steve.
Oh, I've already got a coffin. Totally.
Oh, that's good.
Whoa.
Yeah, great. Thank you for that.
That's Greg the gay gargoyle.
We have nothing against gay gargoyles.
Or Greg.
Greg's I have a problem with.
Greg's are, yeah. a little
Greg's,
bit
yeah,
iffy.
we got Greg's.
My brother's Greg.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why I don't like
Oh,
him.
I'm sorry. I feel your pain.
What about the Greg who was a guest on the podcast? Not
No, we're not talking about that Greg.
Yeah,
that
that
No,
Greg's
that
awesome.
Greg's okay.
That Greg, you're awesome.
Not Craig,
Awesome.
who was also on the podcast.
Yeah.
Craig.
Craig.
Greg. and
You're
Craig.
Bimyo.
Vimeo means what?
Like so.
So.
Would,
That's the word
just,
of today.
Just barely.
The word of that.
Bimyo.
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 Bimyo. Yay. Bimyo.
It's what Spock says in Japanese. Bimyo.
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 Beam me up, Scotty.
Bimyo upset. Exactly.
Bimyo.
Bimyo Scotty. Bimyo Scotty.
Do you guys do this podcast like every month or?
Unfortunately, we do it
No, it's
about
like
every weekend.
It's supposed to be every week.
Whenever we can. We were doing it every weekend, but we have a lot of gigs.
And a lot, and a
Yeah,
lot
we,
of
all of a
not
sudden, we got like
listeners.
gigs forever. We're like the hardest working band in Japan. Seriously, we really are. I mean,
I would love to do this for you people out there listening and watching.
but none of them
All
want us
the,
to do
the
it.
three
but-
of you that listen and watch.
Two.
Three. I'm sure there's three because the guy who complained.
You watch it too?
No, there was the guy that complained.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that guy. I like that guy.
Yeah,
I
like
hate
that guy
this thing.
too.
I don't watch it.
He was like, oh, I'm gonna give you
What was
2
his name?
stars on
I'm gonna get his
iTunes
name.
because
Say it.
you guys this reason.
You
this
can use his
reason,
name
and
and
this
say
reason.
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get his name.
Oh, say his name on the air.
Well, it'll take a
No,
little
no,
while. So
we only shout out people who give us 5 stars, and we already did all
Then
that.
we'll show
so.
I'm
at
not
people
shouting.
who-
Exactly. Shout out people
we
who give us
did
5
that the
stars.
last podcast. I don't think you remember.
We just shouted at him, but we didn't say his name.
That's right. We're not going to until
he
he
might.
changes.
Say
it to
his
a 5
name.
star.
Say his
Drunk.
name.
Am I being chained here?
No, forget it. Don't do it. You can't find it anyways.
I know
It's
how
in
to
like
find.
it's in like Ukraine or something like that.
Is he really Ukraine?
There we go.
Oh, he's not in Ukraine. He's making it up. I want
up.
to encourage his.
Okay,
His
Burgertron.
What was it? What was it?
His name is Burgertron.
Burgertron. Burgertron. This is. You should not complain.
Yeah,
But he gave us
you
2
too.
stars. It's opposed to 1. So.
Yeah,
Yeah, he gave us 2 stars. I think the guy
That's
was
100% more than the worst.
honest. Yeah, and we are the worst, which
The
is
worst case
so he should
scenario.
have given us 1.
I want to see what he said.
Okay. They frequently talk over one another, making it
What?
hard
What are you
to
talking
What are you
about?
talking about?
conversation. Semi-frequent use of profanity,
Fuck.
followed by childish scoldings.
Damn you! Don't say that.
You can't
Oh
say
no!
that.
He said the SH word.
Oh, God damn it, he said the F word.
They talk about video elements, but don't say where viewers can find such
By the way,
You can
we're on
find the
YouTube.
Chibatman video right
so
here.
check us out.
Yeah.
Chibatman's right here.
their behavior and the words they make up reminds me of a college frat house.
Wait, we make up words?
No, it's called Japanese.
No, we make up
Wait, I like this one. Brozo.
Brozo is an
Who
abbreviated
said
frat term combining dozo and bro.
That's the best
into
word ever.
one word
Brozo.
of insanity.
Dozo,
Brozo.
We were
Dozo, brozo.
Wait a minute.
Is that it?
It makes me uncomfortable to listen to men that are clearly in their mid-30s.
I'm
like
47.
college freshmen.
I'm not even 30 yet.
I'm not either.
Oh, we're so screwed.
So, what was his name?
That was
Something
cool.
Tron?
Bergitron.
Bergitron. For somebody who likes hamburgers and Negatron, complaining about us.
Wait, he's
having
not complaining, but he's giving us constructive
No,
criticism.
constructive
I appreciate
criticism.
Bergitron.
I agree with that.
the
I
only
agree
thing,
with
That post
the
was
only,
golden.
the
That was
only
golden.
constructive criticism
good.
he had there was us talking over each other.
No,
No, no,
the
no,
other
no.
stuff was good too.
He was honest.
Yeah,
and he was
totally.
dead on, and
Right?
it's like
Brozo.
Brozo. Yeah,
Brozo.
exactly. I mean,
What's wrong with Brozo?
we are. The thing is, we are a bunch of.
I thought that was funny as hell.
Thank
That
you.
was a good review.
It wasn't,
That
and
was
I think
great.
we should definitely give him props for that because he was honest. He gave us 2 stars. He could have given us 1.
Yeah, thank you. I
We
really did.
deserved 1.
You know what I think?
Hmm.
How many people are on the podcast usually? 5?
No,
4
or
usually.
3.
I think if he wants it, we all pull together. We pay for his plane ticket to Japan, and we have him on the show.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
I would chip in for Brozo.
I think you guys are gonna have a
I'll
lot.
put
Wait
in
a
like
minute,
1,000
you
yen.
to sign up.
Yeah.
1,000 yen.
No,
What's that?
I'm not. I'm obviously not part of the podcast, so it doesn't.
But no,
he's
twice.
gonna.
He's
Eric's
gonna
pay
he's
most
gonna
of it.
fund the whole thing.
Skype. We could Skype it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Not
if
with
you
your
could send
internet
us-
connection. You don't have an internet connection
I
here.
have
or
it
there.
here. I have
Oh,
it
you do?
here. Yeah, we have a good internet.
But you know, the
connection.
saddest thing is like
Yeah.
we're talking about Bergitron, and he's long gone. He's not listening to this.
Yeah, he's totally. He's like, I listened to one episode. I left my review, and it's like, fuck them.
I hope he does. Actually, I hope he gave us constructive criticism. I hope he listens again or watches.
He gave
again
us
for some reason.
construction paper.
That was good. That was good.
Constructive criticism. Blah, 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 blah.
Hey, it's better than. Well, no, it's not. But it's better than kicking us in the nuts.
True.
I can agree with that.
It's there's no
You
argument.
just killed it.
I can.
You just killed it
He
with
could have
the...
sent us death threats.
Grin, is that not working for you?
No,
Would
we're
you
not
rather be
worried.
kicked in the nuts, huh?
No, I'm just. I have no.
You have no desire.
I
to be
cannot
kicked in the
refute
nuts.
that.
Yeah, well,
No,
I just don't like...
because
There's nothing I can say.
I
I
just
just
Well,
like-
any...
I'll just sit here and nod sagely.
Yes, well, any talk about playing kickball is just not a... or kickball, does it? Where it's not...
No, it's
not
kick nuts.
construction paper.
Actually,
Kickball.
Kick something. I'll kick you off the podcast.
Please, please,
No,
Go
I gotta
on.
kick him off first.
Go on.
Me?
first
Yeah,
kick him
you.
in the nuts.
Well, good news. This is my second time on.
Oh, and there's the timer.
no.
Oh, no. That's a
Fine.
podcast.
Wow.
So yeah, that's it goes by quickly,
basically-
right?
that's
That was
it,
productive.
podcast,
So
yeah.
you can find us on YouTube at just look for Grinning Studios.
But please don't.
Grinning Studio on YouTube. We also have a Twitter, Grinning Studio, and the Gaijin Smash.
Facebook
the
page.
Gaijin Smash.
Worst case
We also
scenario.
have a Facebook
Worst
page,
case
Gaijin
scenario.
Smash, the Gaijin Smash. Worst case scenario on
It's
YouTube
Psycho no
Worst
Bye,
case
and
scenario,
on
Stand By Me is the fastest way to get to us.
yeah. Worst case
Yeah.
scenario, Stand By Me.
We did a
Google
cover
that,
of
you'll
Stand
find
By
us.
Me.
It's down below. Down here in the description.
No, it isn't. But might
It
be
will
up
be.
here. Might be up here.
Stand By Me is actually probably the second or third.
And other things. We're on iTunes. Look for the Gaijin Smash or just Gaijin Smash.
We're on
you'll
iTunes.
find.
This is the Halloween episode. We'll be on iTunes when it's Christmas or.
Yeah, maybe Easter or whatever.
It's like,
whatever.
We've got all this Halloween stuff, but by the time I put it up, it'll be
It
Christmas.
doesn't matter. They can't see it on iTunes.
Well, it's Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Too bad you guys can't see all the
You
can't see
decorations
future
behind
So
Santa.
Merry Christmas from September.
Yeah.
it.
Happy New Year from
Okay,
September.
so wait, yeah. Happy Halloween and Merry Christmas, depending on when you're
Or
listening.
Happy Easter.
Or, yeah. by
Happy
the time it
birthday.
Or
comes
Happy
out.
Ramadan if you swing that way.
If you swing that
No,
way.
happy
Happy
Hanukkah.
Pride Day. Pride
Hanukkah.
Day.
Happy.
Pride.
I'm proud.
Happy 4th of July.
What is it?
Yeah.
Kazaa? What's the black one?
Oh,
I have no idea.
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa. Oh, okay.
That was a joke, by the way.
Right. Thank you very much.
See you next time.
We'll see you next
Goodbye
time.
to Eric.
See ya. Wanna be ya.